All right, so as you guys maybe already know, over the past 2 years, we've been covering this Max Payne remake that's coming out. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Max Payne remake includes Max Payne 1 and Max Payne 2 being remade together into a full-on title. Now, that is completely confirmed by Rockstar Games and Remedy Games. Now, on their official website, it reads, Remedy Entertainment will remake the iconic Max Payne and Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, as a single title in a development agreement with Rockstar. Now, this is something that they shared a while back, right? This was on April 2022. We covered it here on the channel 2 years ago. We covered it on the channel 1 year ago, and then we covered it again on the channel 5 months ago. And so now it's been some time, and now we're into 2026, and we still don't have a release date. We still only have tidbits of information regarding Max Payne and this remake. This is a remake that I'm very, very excited for. This is a remake that I want to dive into. I want to play it completely. I want to tell you guys the story after we're done, and then hopefully this will lead to a remake of Max Payne 3 that kind of feels more in line or feels more similar to the games in art style, in direction, and things like that. So this is really good and really big for Max Payne fans, and for people that are just going to get into the series that have never played Max Payne before. This is an awesome way to wait and get something new. So this information that I'm about to share with you right now is from Rockstar Intel. This was released a few months ago, and it was talking about some information regarding a Max Payne 2026 release. At least that's what they assumed the target would be. And to be honest, with how long we've been talking about Max Payne and the updates have been kind of scarce, a 2026 release does seem pretty fucking big and pretty fucking realistic. And especially you look at Rockstar, they're the ones that are publishing the game with Remedy making it. I think Rockstar is one of those companies that, you know, if you look at in the past, they used to make a shit ton of games back to back, maybe one game, 2 games every other year, and they slow down production tremendously, right? Since GTA 5, you know, in 2013, then you had Red Dead Redemption years later, and now you're gonna have years later GTA 6. So they've only released 3 new titles in a long ass time, right? In over 10 years. So it's not, they don't have that same output that they used to, and not many big developers do anymore because of how much bigger these stories are and how much more of experiences they are. But wouldn't it be something for Rockstar to say, we published Max Payne like in Q1, Q2 of the year, and then in the final quarter of the year, we published GTA. And then bam, you have this Max Payne remake that's gonna make a shit ton of money, and then you have this GTA that's gonna blow the lid off money completely, right? So then you have 2 games published by Rockstar in the same year. That is something that probably won't happen again for a really long time. So this is something big that Rockstar could take advantage of. So Rockstar Intel shared this information here a few months ago, where he talks about some reporting that they were doing for the quarter back around like November of 2025. And it talks about the development of Max Payne. It says that majority of our efforts go into working with our established franchises, Control and Alan Wake, and we're focused on the Max Payne 1 and 2 remake with Rockstar. And they shared this little graph where it has Max Payne 1 and 2 in full production. And they have been in full production as of September of 2025 for 15 full months. So even though we haven't really gotten too much information on Max Payne in the remake, it's not that they haven't been working on it. It's not like they've been quiet. It's not like they've put it on the back burner. It's not like it's kind of dead. No, they have been working on it heavily for over 15 months now, right? Because if this was in September, add a few more months. So like almost 17, 18 months of like full production, right? Like they've been going ham on this remake. And when you look at this other graph here shared by Remedy themselves, it talks about their stage gate process and what it means when they're in this type of production, right? So they say here that full production means that the team size is over 100 to 200 staff, and it takes 1 to 2 years to alpha stage with full game ready, followed by beta stage between 3 to 6 months for clearing bugs and quality assurance. So there's a big probability that the game is already in that testing. They're only fine tuning it. They're only getting a few things ready to go ahead and announce a trailer and a release date. And with this game being a remake, and with this game being in production for so long, and with this game being one of those big games that is going to be very good for Remedy and Rockstar, I think that the trailer that they show for this game is going to be very quick, to the point, and the release date is going to follow it very soon. I think that, you know, sometimes you get a trailer for a game and then the release is like a year or 2 down the line, or 3. For Max Payne Remake, I think you're going to get the trailer and the release date is going to be like releasing in a few months or releasing in a month from this trailer or 2 months from this trailer. I really believe that's going to be the case because they're probably going to kind of fast track this to 2026 because it's probably been ready or very close to being ready for quite a bit now. I mean, they have been working on it heavily, like I said, for at least 2 years that we've been covering it here since 2022, 3. You know, there's been pretty good updates, but they've been very far apart from each other. I am expecting some new news regarding this Max Payne remake in the coming weeks. I really do think that we're bound to get something. I wanted to talk a little bit about this here to remind some of you guys that the Max Payne remake is coming, to let some of you guys know that this is a remake of the first and second game being blended into one full story, one full game, right? Some people, as crazy as it is, some people still don't know that is the case. And finally, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the potential release date, which I do believe it's going to come out this year, and I'm hoping that it comes out this year.